Hello everyone, this is Chris with CricketUsers.com, and today I'm going to show you how to revert the settings on a Sprint phone. I think it works with most Sprint Android phones. It'll probably work with the Evo 3D, but what we have in front of us right now is the Sprint Samsung Galaxy S2 Epic 4G Touch, and we purchased this right when they came out and flashed it to Cricket immediately. It's never been on Sprint, actually. There are a few reasons, Meow, you'd want to do this. Let's say you're selling this good ESN phone, which we did, on eBay, and the person wants to use it for Sprint. Well, they're not going to want all the Cricket stuff, Cricket PRL and everything in there, and they're probably going to want to activate it over the air. You know, real simple. Just change their ESN with Sprint, and then, you know, hit a few numbers, and boom, you have it on your Sprint account. Alright, maybe you just don't like our community, you don't like Cricket Wireless, whatever, and you're trying to leave Cricket and you want to go to Sprint and you have a good ESN phone. So this will show you how to revert it back so you can go to Sprint on your own. A little bit better, let's say you want a Sprint phone in addition to your Cricket. Of course, you'll be able to do that. And let's say you're flashing it and you don't really like what's going on and you kind of like to revert to stock or something a lot nearer to stock. You can reset it that way. Alright, on our website, in the flashing video, it kind of shows you how to get the SPC, and that's something you're going to need to do this portion. We're going to go to the phone dialer, Meow, and we're going to dial ## 786, and what that stands for is RTN. Now, you don't need the SPC just to view it. I hit ## 786 #, and then hit talk like I was going to make a phone call. Hit view here. Alright, you can see the mobile number currently on it, MIN, which is calling the MSID, a little information about the software, lifetime call, etc. When it was activated, 9/16/2011, that should be the release date of the Epic 4G Touch, or the day after, don't remember now. How many bytes have been used, lifetime data counters, etc., etc. Let's back out of that and let's go to reset. And now it's going to ask for the MSL, which is the same thing as the SPC, which we got via CDMA Workshop by sending the default Samsung password. Again, look at our flashing tutorial videos to show you how to do that. Now, I had changed the MSL or SPC to 000000, and I hit OK, and now it's asking me to reset the phone to manufacturer's default. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and click yes and see what happens. RTN reset success. Alright, that popped up a little too fast and I didn't know where it was coming to completely read it. Let's back out. It's probably going to reset the device. It looks like it kind of did like a soft reboot because it's going through the USB again and the SD card. Alright, now it's powering off. So we did have a Cricket data profile programmed in this phone. Due to the reset, 3G shouldn't come up. Alright, you guys might be familiar, well, you're probably not familiar with this sound, but that sounds just when I get a live message on Woopra. That's our live chat interface with people on our website. We do remote phone flashing, so that's how we communicate with people that want remote phone flashing done. Alright, phone's resetting. One of the things we're going to show you towards the end of this video is a little work with QPST. Before we flash any of our phones, especially when they're on like Sprint or Verizon before, and they had never been flashed, data hasn't been modified since they were on their home carrier, I do a backup of the settings. I read from the phone and I save that. Inside that would be a PRL for that carrier. So it makes it really easy to restore. I don't believe this would actually restore a PRL by doing this reset. So if you didn't have the stock files, you probably have to send a, in this case, Sprint PRL back over. Alright, it looks like it completely reset this device. So yes, you're probably gonna, lose everything. It could reset any system storage that's already on the device. We're gonna set this default to the TouchWiz launcher. We're not gonna add an account yet. And now it's trying to do the hands-free activation. Of course, that's a Sprint thing. And as you can see, we don't have 3G here. This is Culkin ROM. It's a little bit different than the stock Samsung Epic ROM. Here you can see activation not complete. So you can tell that's been pretty much restored to stock. Going to About Phone, let's check. No phone number or anything in there, but 45713, that is a Cricket PRL. So you're going to have to load a Sprint PRL. It's showing 3G, but let's see if it'll actually go to a website. And no, it will not go to a website. So for this next portion, we're going to connect it to the computer. Again, a lot of this information, just basically setting up QPST and everything to run with this device, is in our flashing video. We are back for the PC portion of this. The dialer code for this device was pound 8778 pound. So just like you entered the other code, pound 786 pound, all you do is go into your phone dialer, like you're going to make a phone call, and dial pound 8778 pound, and then you select all. Now remember to change this back to normal after you're done using the USB connection to send the stock information to the device, or a PRL. Okay, so like I said, we have it plugged in, we did that, and if you have the Samsung Galaxy drivers installed already, this is what's going to come up. You're going to see Samsung Mobile Modem, or this one, or both, and Samsung Mobile Modem Diagnostics Serial Port, COM111 in this case. The COM port is going to vary depending on your computer and what you have installed on it already. I change all my devices, or all my phones, to 15. I only have one phone plugged in at a time, and I hate this COM port number just climbing. Also, if you have a CDMA Workshop 2.7, you won't be able to view ports higher than, I think, 19 or 20. So now that we have our ports set, let's go ahead and go into QPST. Of course, adding a port to QPST, that's something you have to do if it's not already added, and that is in our flashing video. Alright, so the phone's already coming up right here because we do have this port added already. We're going to select that phone. You will have to know your SPC for this too. In our case, it's all zeros. And let's see that everything's reverted back to being clear and wiped out. Alright, now for the rest of this, we're going to load our stock file. There it is. And we're going to write to phone. Now, if you didn't have the stock file, at least, at a minimum, try to write a Sprint PRL. Again, this video is for Sprint. Alright. You'll get this message, which is fine. The phone's probably rebooting at this time. Now, once it boots up, it should be connected to Sprint's network. Alright, now let's check if we're where we want to be and if we are on Sprint's network. I'm going to go into the settings, about phone, status. This was 54713. Look, the PRL is now 60680. That's a Sprint PRL. And we're going to try to call star 611. Let's see what happens.
Sorry, your phone is not yet activated. To activate your phone, please press the N key. Then, dial customer service.
Disculpe, su teléfono no está activado todavía. Para activar su teléfono, por favor presione la clave terminal y después marque a servicio de atención al cliente.
Message 13. Switch 618. Dial customer service.
Alright, let's see. What's customer service for Sprint? Is that star 2?
Welcome to Sprint, the Now Network. Para español, marque el 5. What's your Sprint phone number? Area code first.
Alright, that's exactly what we wanted to happen. So again, this is a tutorial on for most Sprint Android phones to get them back on Sprint's network for whatever reason. For more information about Cricket Wireless, wireless accessories, flash and phones to Cricket and more, please visit www.cricketusers.com. Like our Facebook page at facebook.com/cricketusers and subscribe to our YouTube channel.